Welcome to Character Conversions, where I try to bring fictional characters to life in D&D. Today I will be doing the OG Battle Butler, Sebastian Michaelis. Or at least I would have been, if I hadn't been inspired by the Dungeon Coach. He released a set of homebrew races and classes based on the Dragon Ball universe. While I haven't started making material of it yet, one of my goals is to begin reviewing homebrew material. It's something I've always wanted to do, so for this video I will be creating Earth's resident Namekian warrior, Piccolo. For stats I'll be using the standard array as per usual. Strength will be 15, all Z fighters are physically strong and this new class will rely heavily on our strength modifier. Dexterity will be 14, Piccolo is a very nimble fighter. Constitution will be 13, Piccolo will take a beating before he needs to use his regeneration. Intelligence will be 10, despite not living in modern society, Piccolo is still an intelligent man. Wisdom will be 12, Piccolo is very wise despite his technically very young age. And finally, Charisma will be an 8. Piccolo doesn't interact with many people outside of the Z Fighters. For race, we'll be using the Slugkin race created by the Dungeon Coach. This will grant us a +1 to our Constitution and Wisdom scores. Slugkin have keen hearing, giving us proficiency in the perception skill, and advantage on hearing-related perception checks. Insulation makes us naturally adapted to hot and cold climates, meaning we don't have to worry about those environmental hazards. Regeneration allows us, as a bonus action, to spend a hit die and heal ourselves HP equal to the roll. And if a part of our body is removed or destroyed, we can regrow it as an action. Conjure Garb allows us to create a set of mundane clothing worth no more than 1 gold piece as an action once per long rest. And finally, being a part of the Warrior Clan gives us the Stretch Limb ability, allowing us to, as a bonus action, extend the length of our arms or legs until the end of our turn. Extending our arms grants us an additional 10 feet of reach, while extending our legs will grant us a bonus to our jump distance, equal to our strength score up to a maximum of our total movement. Moving on to background, Piccolo has lived on his own in the wilds his whole life. For these reasons, we'll be taking the Outlander background. This grants us proficiency in the athletics and survival skills and 1 musical instrument. If using the Tasha's Cauldron proficiency swaps, you could trade this for something you find more useful, or just take proficiency with a Piccolo for irony. We also gain an additional language of choice, pick whatever helps out with your campaign. I'm going to go with Celestial since Piccolo had some knowledge of beings like the Supreme Kai. We also gain the Wanderer feature, allowing us to always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around us. In addition, we will be able to provide food and water for ourselves and up to 5 people so long as the GM deems the land capable of providing. Perfect for providing our protege with a few apples when we abandon him to survive on his own. Now we make it to class. We are using the Keymaster class designed by the Dungeon Coach. This class grants us a D8 hit die, proficiency with improvised weapons and no armor, 1 type of artisan's tools of our choice, strength and constitution saves, and for skills I will go with acrobatics and insight. First level sees us gaining unarmed defense. The Keymaster variant of this ability allows us to calculate our AC using our strength and dexterity modifiers. We also gain Key Attack, a spellcasting-like ability using our strength, allowing us to use Key Punch, Key Beam, and Key Blast. Key Punch makes our unarmed strike deal force damage equal to our Key die dependent on our class level, starting at 1d8 with first level. Key Beam allows us to make a ranged spell attack at 30 feet with our Key die. And Key Blast creates a 5-foot radius sphere within 30 feet that will deal our Key die divided by 2 to all those whose AC we can hit with 1 roll. Finally, we gain Sense Combat level, which as a bonus action allows us to learn if a creature within 60 feet of us is equal, superior, or inferior to us in regards to their CR. At second level, we gain Chi Energy. Starting at 4 points, it will increase all the way to 40 by 20th level, and you regain all spent Chi points at the end of a long rest. We gain our first 2 techniques. First we will choose After Image, which will allow us to spend 4 Chi points as a reaction and gain a +5 bonus to our AC when we are targeted by an attack, and also move half our movement speed away without provoking an opportunity attack. Our second technique will be Force Ball, which lets us spend 4 Chi points as an action to attack a point within 100 feet. All creatures within 10 feet of that point must make a dex save or take 3d6 force damage, half as much on a success. Finally, we gain Special Training, and for our first one we shall take Reach Out, allowing us to speak telepathically with any creature within 60 feet with an intelligence score above 4. At third level, we choose our combat style, and we're going to go with Blaster. This will grant us an additional ability for our key attack, Key Wave. As an action, you release a blast of energy in a 60-foot line, making a single range spell attack, and use it against every target in the line. On a hit, you deal damage equal to your key die divided by 2. We also gain Quick Shot. When you make an attack action, you can use a bonus action to make a single Ki Beam attack using your Ki Attack feature against a target within range. We gain Range Counterattack, allowing us to use our reaction to reduce incoming damage by 1d10 plus our Strength modifier plus our Ki Master level. Finally, we also gain Fast Movement, increasing our speed by 10 feet while not wearing armor or wielding a shield. At 4th level, we gain an ability score improvement, and we will increase our Strength and Wisdom by 1 each, evening out those odd ability scores. At 5th level, our Ki die increases to 2d8. We also gain an additional special training, which we will take Defy Gravity, giving us a flying speed of 10 feet with a max height equal to our fly speed and the ability to hover. Finally, we gain our first transformation. As an action, for 1 minute, we gain a +1 bonus to our Strength modifier, an additional 1d8 of force damage, and you can take the dash action as a bonus action. This can be used a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus and are regained on a long rest. For this first transformation, perhaps it can be flavored as tapping into the power of Nail after fusing with it. At 6th level, we gain an additional technique. We will take Missile Barrage, allowing us to spend 4 Chi points as an action to release 5 attacks at a creature or object within 100 feet. Each target makes a dexterity save or takes 1d6 force damage, and you can't target something with more than 1 missile. 7th level grants us Beam Struggle, allowing us to spend 2 Chi as a reaction to attempt to counter a target that casts a damaging spell at us. We make a strength saving throw against the result of an attack roll against us. Failure and the spell automatically hits us. Success, and it is cancelled by our own. If the spell attack was part of a spell they cast, they can immediately cast a cantrip as part of the same action. We also gain Empowered Ki attacks. This allows us to spend an additional Chi point on Ki Blast or Ki Wave, making them deal our full Ki die rather than half. Finally, our fast movement increases from 10 feet to 15 feet. At 8th level, we gain an additional ability score improvement. We will put it all into our strength, increasing it to 18. We also gain an additional special training. For this, we will select Defy Gravity again, increasing our flying speed to 30 feet. At 9th level, we gain an additional technique. This level, we are going to take Special Beam Cannon. As an action, we can spend 2 Chi points to start gathering energy. This counts as concentrating on a spell. The following turn, this is repeated, and on the 3rd turn, you can spend an additional 8 Chi points and release the attack. The attack is a 100-foot long by 5-foot wide blast. Each creature in the area must make a dexterity save or take 20d6 plus 20 force damage, and gain 2 levels of exhaustion. On a success, they take half damage. You can also supercharge this technique by spending an additional Chi point each round for an additional 3d6 for 1 Chi point spent, up to 3 Chi and 66. Finally, if a target gets a natural 1 on their save, they die instantly. For our 10th level special training, we will take Reach Out again, increasing the range of our telepathy to 120 feet. 11th level, we increase our Ki die to 3d8 and our fast movement increases to 20 feet. Finally, we gain a 2nd level transformation. Now by spending an additional use of transformations, we go into this 2nd transformation. Our bonus to strength modifier increases to +2, the bonus damage increases to 2d8, and you gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws. With our 12th level ability score improvement, we shall increase our strength to 20, capping it out. We also gain our first greater special training, of which we shall take Ascended Warrior, putting us permanently under the effects of our first level of our transformation. This is a much better representation of Namekian fusion. At 13th level, we gain another technique, and for this we will choose Energy Burst. As an action, you can spend 12 Chi points to discharge a 60-foot cone of energy. Each creature in this area must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 10d6 force damage and have disadvantage on attack rolls and saves until the end of their next turn. On a successful save, they take half damage only. In addition, this technique can be supercharged. For every 2 additional Ki points you spend, up to a maximum of 6, you increase the damage by 2d6 and add 1 round of disadvantage. At 14th level, the range and area of our energy attack is increased by our blaster combat style. The range of our Ki Beam, Ki Blast, and Ki Wave each increase to 120 feet. The radius of our Ki Blast increases to 10 feet, and the line width of our Ki Wave attack increases to 10 feet. Finally, we gain Redirect Attack, allowing us to use our reaction to redirect a range attack that targets only us at another target within 60 feet that we can see. Now at 15th level, our fast movement increases to 25 feet. We also gain an additional greater special training. For this, we will instead choose to take 2 regular special trainings. First, we take Suppress Power Level, allowing us to, as an action, lower our power level and deceive anyone who uses the Sense Combat level ability on us. And for our second special ability, we will take Armored Training. which makes our unarmored defense now equal to 12 plus dexterity modifier plus strength modifier. For our level 16 ability score improvement, we shall dump it into Constitution just to pad our HP a little bit. 17th level, our key die increases to 48 and we gain another special training. We take Relentless Endurance. Now once per long rest, if reduced to 0 HP but not killed outright, we can instead drop to 1 HP. Finally, we gain our 3rd level transformation. Our bonus to our strength modifier increases to +5, our bonus damage increases to 3d8, we gain a number of temporary hit points equal to our strength modifier times 5, which for us is 25 hit points. At 18th level, we gain Charge Up. Using a bonus action, we can increase the damage of our next key attack or technique by an amount equal to our key die. Now we gain our final ability from being a blaster, Final Blast. Once per long rest, as an action, we fire at an enemy within 60 feet, and for each additional 3 chi we spend, we get an additional target, and we can target a creature with more than one of these. The target must make a strength save or suffer 5d6 force damage and be pushed 10 feet away from us. If the target hits a solid surface, they take an additional 1d6 bludgeoning damage for each 5 feet they were unable to move. At 19th level, we will increase our dexterity to 16 with our ability score improvement. Our fast movement increases to 30 feet, and for our final technique, we will take Destruction Wave. Destruction Wave allows us to spend 12 chi as an action. We attack in a 150 foot long and 5 foot wide area, stopping early when we hit a creature or solid surface. The creature must then make a dexterity saving throw or take 12d6 force damage. Success on the save allows the attack to continue traveling on its course. When the attack successfully impacts, it explodes in a 20-foot radius, and every creature in the area other than the one struck must make a dexterity saving throw or take 6d6 force damage, half on a successful save. If you do not release the attack immediately, you can supercharge it. As an action, on following turns, you may spend 4 chi points and add 4d6 damage to both the main impact and the explosion damage. This attack can be supercharged a maximum of 3 times for a total of 12 additional chi points and 12 additional d6 of damage. Finally, at 20th level, we gain Extra Attack, allowing us to attack twice instead of once when we take the attack action. This can also be used with our Ki Blast special attacks for any attacks we make as part of the attack action. And we gain Divine Ki, making it so we can't be targeted by divination spells that don't originate from a creature of divine origin, such as a deity or another creature with Divine Ki. End result, on average, we will have 153 hit points, and our damage with our Ki die will average 27 a hit. The interesting thing about this class is just the versatility it gives us as well. The natural ability to fly is amazing even if it is capped out at a height of our flight speed. We have a good range of single target and area effect damaging abilities, and some very powerful abilities for when we want to pour all of our chi in and go Nova. On top of our ability to heal quickly as a Slugkin, it will be very difficult to take down in a fight. Our main issue is that we will not be doing very much outside of combat, but hopefully we have someone with better charisma in the party. I hope you're able to show your enemies the true power of the Slugkin. Thanks for watching.